appear to be going well. Always hesitant to say that, then something will happen, but I don't know what the yield is yet, but I feel it's doing pretty good. And a little windy and cool today, but everything appears to be dry and going very well. Still working on getting the field opened up. I believe this was planted maybe with a 48 row planter. I'm not for sure. I'll have to ask my neighbor. He did the planting for me on this field. Me and William did the other field with our 4 row. So it's taking a little bit. Don't want to. I want to take my time, not run down any corn, and taking a little bit to kind of get it opened up, which is to be expected. We're running a 6 row head. Now we're going to go unload because I don't think I could make it back. And I'm working on getting into these end rows over here. This was planted long ways on this end. So I'm going to kind of go right back up the road and unload. So just to check in, we've got wagons in line at the elevator. A neighbor is helping us out with a 10-wheeler, so I'm going to start filling that now. Because we're not putting any of this in the bin, we're having to wait in line at the elevator, and that's just the breaks of the game. It's highly windy today. I can't really say what it's yielding. Because it's hard to judge. I got it opened up. All we have now is these straight rows here, and I'm going to get started and bring you along and see what we can get done here. See if we can get this knocked out and in the wagons at least. We're clipping right along here at 2.9 to 2.7, gobbling it right up. Now this is fun. I know why everybody loves to do it. We got it pouring in back there, and I don't have the yield monitor. I never took the time to learn it because my fields are all small. So we'll know when we haul it in, and just enjoying the day. And it's 17.4. We got a tenth of a point off by waiting till Monday, so might as well get in and just pay the dues and get the cover crop out and call it a year. And coming up here to the end of the row, I'll have to set you guys down and turn around and get lined up again. So kids have learned a lot. They mowed while I was gone. We got the stalks mowed down, and get up here, make a big wide turn, and see if we can get lined back up here. Oh, didn't make it wide enough. I'll have to back up. I think we'll be able to go down, back 2 rounds, and then have to unload. This combine never had hopper extensions, but it still gets a pretty good amount in there. Kind of hard to do this one-handed, but we got 12 done over there. Going to do another here. 18 be the next one. Here we go. We're into we got all the edges done now, all pushed back. We're just into the straight rows. This is right at 10 acres, but when we marked it off with one of those measuring apps, I think it actually comes up to 9 point something tillable, because you got to count for the road and the fence row and stuff like that. 2.3 mile an hour, moseying right along. Let's see if we can increase our speed a little. There we go, 2.8. That's making her talk a little. It's pouring in here. I am going to set you down, turn you off for a little bit, and then report back in when we're unloading. I don't know if I will make it back or not, but we're going to try. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. That's 3 times down, and I'm practically full. This is headed back, and one of those would have been the outer edge. There is some deer damage in here, that is for sure. Uh-oh, I'm going to have to move over, I think, because that row there is not quite planted on where I needed it to be because of the bigger, way bigger planter than the 6-row head. So we don't want to run that down. We'll just, that'll help us make it probably, because we'll be doing 5 rows here. I think that row that we needed got ran down by the sprayer. We had a great big sprayer in here. I don't know, I could be wrong, but we'll make it. We'll just slow down a little. We're doing 2.1. Got to watch and make sure it don't start pouring over the sides. Don't want it dumping on the cab. Oh yeah, here we go. I think we're going to come into a row. I think that was where the big sprayer turned around. Okay. I'm probably going to get out and just double check it, because I can take my time and don't want to have an overflow. Although my light hasn't went off, there is a light. Now we're back into 6 rows, so yeah, that sprayer had ran down a row. That's okay though, that's got to happen. Okay, I think we're going to make it, but we're going to be full. Gotta have a cameraman out here. My niece has been helping me, but I had to send her on an errand. We'll just take our time. Ooh, there. We're back into fighting one of them rows there. I think that's because the planter went just a tad bit close there. It was so big, and this is only a 10-acre field. But we appreciate our neighbor doing that for us. This year I had it custom farmed except for the picking and the hauling, which they would have done too, just to see what the numbers come out money-wise. And so we'll be checking on that. They farm a lot of ground and have a whole lot bigger equipment than me and William. So we're kind of just out here enjoying ourselves. And so we're having lots of fun, and we'll keep you posted. We come to the end of the road here, splitting that row over there again. That's all right. It'll all work out. Oh yeah, bin full. We gotta go unload. That's the light I was waiting on. And we're full. We didn't come over, so it looks to be like 2 rounds, and we got a hopper load. And I don't know how big my hopper is. Need to measure it sometime. Like I said, we don't have the fold outs. We're gonna go over here and unload. And we're gonna find out what the hopper holds when the light goes off. We unloaded and I sent it to town just with 1 hopper in it. So we will figure that out. And we're going 2.7 mile an hour. Could maybe go faster, but then again, I don't have a lot to do and I'm kind of enjoying myself, and everything seems to be working well, so no rush. The lines are variable at the elevator. Some are waiting, some are unloaded in a matter of minutes, and we've got some reserve now. And on this side of the field, I am only able to make about 1.5 rounds, and the hopper is full, so that's encouraging. And when we're all done, we'll be able to total it. So we're going to get some outside action shots here in a little bit and go from there. Yield has increased as we get more to the middle of the field, which is what you want. Oh, it says we hit it. We were bringing in so much corn, it says we had a stone come in, but that ain't what happened. Now we're going to lose all that corn there. The ears hit the stone door, and so now we got to restart after we reset it. We tripped the stone door. The ears hit the soundboard, and that makes it think it hit a stone. We get driving too fast. I think I need to call the dealer and ask him if there's an override on that. That's happened twice the whole day, and I know we're not picking up any stones. We are making about 1.5 rounds to 3/4 when we do this. A round up and down, and then about 3/4 of the way back down, but we don't get a return. So that tells me that it is yielding pretty good, and so it's going to be exciting to see the final totals. I now have my daughter to help me do the videotaping so we can get into the rows better. She's going to drive here in a little bit. Morning YouTube, day 2. We're going to pick Williams small field number 1 right here today. So far, combine has performed very well and very satisfied with that. Still reporting back to you on the yield on the first field, my field, and I still got to get that calculated. Been pleased so far with the LG seeds. And it's going to have to run down a little bit here trying to get on row for Williams Field here. But we're going to make it happen today and enjoy another day of harvest and go from there. So have a good day, YouTube, and we'll keep you posted. Well, we have the first 190, actually maybe a little bit more. It's really hard to open it up, but the hopper holds about 190 bushel. And I had it a little bit overfull, but I didn't lose any, I don't think. It's really a job to open this field up. I pretty well have just decided to go straight in and quit trying to follow the contours, because I run down more if I do that than if I try to follow it. I run it down, but if I just drive straight in, I get more of it in the head. So gonna have to do that to open it up. And so we got 190 to 200 on here, I think, and we're not even really got the field opened up. So Williams is going to yield good. Got a few acorns and some tree leaves also. So moving the combine there a little bit. So it's a little bit of a challenge on this field, but we enjoy the challenge. And I think his corn is drier than mine. I had fungicide on mine. This was too small of a field for them to even get in and put fungicide on nowadays with their big stuff. And so one orange wagon pretty well full. We won't top it off because I want him to not have any problems today. We didn't have any yesterday. We want to keep that up. So the first hopper is done on Williams Field 1. Okay, we have another load, 2 wagons going. That one's a little bit lighter. I stopped. I could have shelled a hair bit more, but the light came on. Last one was 370, 16% moisture. That's probably going to be 350, 340, I would guess, just guessing. So away he goes. I have yet to put any on there. I don't think I will. We've got a little bit more to do, but if that's 350 and the last one we had was 370, yes, 370, so 600, 700 and some, we may get 1,000 bushel off of this acreage here. That will be interesting to see if we do. So I got some nieces and nephews here enjoying the ride. We're going to begin to wrap this field up. We've got some more to do. We got another hopper for sure, and we'll go from there. So here we go. To do this right up here by Williams' house, which is right over there, I found it was better just to stab in when it was turned or whatever, because you ran more down, as you can see right over there. So I'm going to work on getting rid of this. There's a lot of front and back and carrying on, and try to run down the least amount of corn as possible. It's hard to do with this big machine. I wish we had the little 300 with a 3-row head. Could have been in here working around, but it is what we got today, and we're going to get this in the bin and sold at the elevator. We got Ethan on the camera today, helping Uncle Will's channel. Ethan, how old are you? 6 years old. Him and his sister are enjoying the ride today. See, we're coming to the end where the end rows were, and it's just better to do that right there. Now we're going to back up because we don't want to run any of the corn down. Got to be careful to stay straight so we don't tear out a row as we're backing. And then we'll stab. Hope we're doing it. We're tearing out a row. We have to be careful. That's the problem with small fields, but we're going to make it. Nope, we're still doing it. Yeah, with the rundown, we'll probably run down 20 bushel in this whole field, 5 acres or so. Yeah, we still can't get over. We'll want to keep doing that. There we go. We'll get out of it. We'll get out of it here. And we'll pick it up. Do our best. Uncle Will is off vacationing on a honeymoon while we're all doing his work. But that's what family's for. Just got to kind kind of stab in here till we find us a row, because I found turning just makes worse. There we go, we found our rows. I do believe William has over 200 bushel to the acre, but I don't know for sure until we calculate tonight. Now we'll be able to back down a little easier. Got 12 rows opened up. Gotta always make sure we don't introduce the combine to a tree out here. Probably need to remove a few more trees. There, I think we're going to get this whole swath right here. We did the best we could. Now, we'll head back around and do this other portion. We got to be careful of this tree limb, and we don't want to get too close here. And let's see. Get her back up. I'll leave that out there. That won't yield anything. Pick up this row over here, get over that tree lamp. There we go. And we better back up. I think we had a piece of tree lamp there. It went through though, thank goodness. The old rotor hadn't taken a beating today. If we can pick up here. There we go. Get that head down. We had plenty of time to pull it in. Alright, now we don't want to get too deep in there. We'll go back and pick up our rows. After this portion, we will be in the straight rows. There's a few of them left over there. And then on to the last 8-acre field that is south of my house at William Farm. Ethan's doing a good job with the camera. Alrighty, get down here. Make sure we don't meet any trees along the way. get straight here. All right. Last row. I'll just see if I can go straight in here and make this so I don't turn into his yard ornaments, which are his drag line buckets. Need to gobble one of them up today. Okay, now we can get lined up. A little bit. We'll get it or we'll run it down. One of the two. And there we go. Up over the tree now. We're out of here. Now we go over to the easy stuff. Alright. Here we go. We're in the rows now. Williams straight rows, and this is where the yield is taking place for sure. Ethan, if you turn around there and look at it coming in the hopper, get a picture of it coming in the hopper there for him. We got what's called protein gold, commonly known as corn. We got yellow number 2 corn that we're taking to the elevator today. And so that's looking good. We are going approximately 2.9 today. This corn is drier than yesterday. Yesterday was 17.4. We're at 16 today, so only 1 point to dry. This corn did not have fungicide on it, so it's probably, that's why it's a little drier. But it's yielding good, and we're enjoying ourselves. Riding along, we're going to get some lunch after we're finished. This young riders are going to go home. And we got 8 acres to go. And then we're going to help the neighbor that helped us haul, pick some beans. And then we're going to get some cover crop out here. Going to be sowed down to winter red. It will grow up, and we will be no-tilling soybeans into it next year. That's the hope. And for 2023. Attempt to come in here and get on some rows. Up a little and pick those up right there. Trying to get William every one we can. Now we'll get back on the rows and get going through. William, he's missing all the of fun. Well, this concludes Williams Field. We have one hopper on there and then one round, so we're about empty in here. And so there's going to be 200 on there, and at least 200 bushel, so that'll be good. And that will conclude Williams Field 1. Moving right along down to 8 acres, and we're going to head south. Okay, we are back at it, YouTube. We have opened up the last 8-acre field. It's yielding great, and we are already sent one straight truckload, heaping load, to the elevator, so that's going to be 650. And I unloaded about 50 bushel into a wagon, so I'm back on wagons. My neighbor went to get some fuel for the pickup. He's been able to pull in loads too. They're unloading very well at the elevator, and we are doing good. So just to give you an update, you've seen enough corn go through the head. Everything appears to be working well. We just have these long rows to do. The neighbors are over there working. I don't know if you can see them or not. About right in there. So John Deere over there working with the New Holland out here today. And we are having a wonderful, wonderful fall. The good Lord has definitely blessed us this year with bountiful harvest and a wonderful fall. So just shelling corn, and we'll keep you posted. Go from there. All right, we are on the last 6 rows. William and Charles's corn harvest is in the books. We will have to do the final tallies, get everything tallied up. But a very good corn harvest, and very pleased and feeling very blessed. And we're on the last 6 rows, and then we're going to help a neighbor with some beans. We'll probably do some reporting there, and we feel very blessed to be finished and to have everything taken to the elevator. The last load we hauled in was 16.8% moisture, and we had 625 bushel on that tandem. So we've had 3 wagons go in since then, and this is going to top off the tandem again. And it will be a wrap. We'll put this in the shed and start switching over to beans tomorrow. Go. That's a wrap. It's in the record books. This is it, final unload, and that should be 650, so that'll be 1,300 plus 4. We might have got 2,000 off of this, I don't know. We'll have to see when the totals come in. Well, we're heading home, and right when we finished, literally finished, little bearing go out in the return and a belt came off. So we can't time that any better. We'll have to work on that tomorrow and get ready to do 20 acres of beans. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.